What in God's name is going on in here?
52.
We're doing this, guys. We're doing it, man. Back 42? At it. Yeah, 42. Back at it, man. Back at it. We got some friends with us.
Yeah, man.
James and Stephanie are with us today. We're hanging out. Gonna talk a little throwback clothes, some vintage things.
We got some cool stuff in here.
Yeah, I can't wait to get into this.
Yeah,
Man. We'll do baby steps and get into it. But episode 42, I could come up with a couple things. I had James Worthy, and then I know Johnny, you had said
Roddy Piper, right?
42. Did you have a 42 or
a
Blair?
Jackie Robinson.
Well, yeah, I had Jackie Robinson, but I didn't want to throw that one out there. But yeah, I like it. Jackie's a legend, man. He's a legend. Legend.
42. That's a good number.
It's a good number. 10 away from the jackpot. 10 from the jackpot there, man. Yeah. We're at it, man. This is going to be a good night. I know that right now, as we speak, we're missing the TCU Georgia game. It's okay. We'll find the score, even though we don't have Wi-Fi. We'll figure it out.
I got my phone in the window right
to
now,
see
so
what TCU is. I'm pulling for TCU, man. Homeports, you know. I'm a Longhorn guy, but you know TCU, they're in there, man. I support them.
Texas is cool.
Yeah, Texas is good, man. They're good. They're a good team.
They're gonna have it tough.
Can't root for the Cowboys right now.
Yeah. I don't want to talk about that. Keep it away from there. Anyway, so watching this past week, by the time we hear this, you know, we'll be into the playoffs already by the time this comes out. But I wanted to touch on, I don't know if you guys saw this the other night, that Packers player that hit that trainer. Did you see that shit? That he pushed the trainer?
Yes.
He got suspended from the game. Dude, ain't that some shit?
You know what? He's been suspended twice this season.
This year, yeah.
And I really thought that was that's kind of unacceptable, right?
Especially after what happened this past week, you know, the previous week, you know, it's like that's the last thing you're gonna do is be touching up on trainers, man.
He's gonna get suspended though.
Oh yeah, he got kicked out the game, and then
the whole Packers got suspended last night. The Detroit Lions.
Packers.
Hey, what was up with the guy walking down the line of scrimmage?
Yeah, hitting the ball and shit.
Yeah, what was that? What was he even thinking?
I don't know. I was trying to figure it out too. Because I had the volume down because I was reading something and I had it down, but when I saw it, I couldn't figure it out.
I can't think of a scenario in which that is something you would even remotely do.
Or push a trainer. I mean,
or push a trainer.
You know, you want to push another guy, another world class athlete that has pads on and start a fight, whatever.
Yeah. And
a trainer?
Push a trainer?
And I felt bad because the trainer got pushed and he looked at him like, well, I can't do nothing to you. I can't hurt you.
What am I going to do?
You got pads and shit on and it doesn't matter anyway. The guy's, like you say, he's an athlete. You can a 100-pound trainer ain't going to do shit to him. Man. He's a big cat, you know. But anyway, that's disrespectful after what the week we had with last week with the Bills and all that good stuff, man. Bills, man, they had a hell of a game. Yeah. I mean, they had a hell of a game. That was good, man. The opening kickoff. That dude had 2 kickoff returns, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, I'm glad for the Bills back to be. Everybody's safe and.
Are you into numbers? What is it called? Numerology?
Yeah.
At all? Patterns?
Yeah.
Are you into that?
Yeah.
You believe it?
I don't, but I know what you're probably going to talk about.
I'm going with the Cowboys here.
Oh,
so the
win. Yeah.
This year the Cowboys have lost a game, won 4 in a row. Lost a game, won 2 in a row.
Yeah.
Lost a game, won 4 in a row. Lost a game, won 2 in a row. Now they've lost a game.
So
if they go 4 in a row, they win the Super Bowl.
And I like that kind of thinking, but
but can they win 4 in a row?
Not when they're going against the GOAT first round. It's not gonna. I don't think it's gonna happen.
All I'm saying is, all that tells me, numbers wise, is there's a very high percentage they're about to have 2 losses in a row.
Oh yeah,
because they haven't had 2 losses in a row. So
the odds are that they won't. I don't know. You can look at it both ways. The odds are that the streak won't continue, right?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
It's just
they should win the next game, but
I would
they
think
should.
So, but I don't know. I think Brady's got their number. Brady's taken them out the last 2 years. The past couple meetings, they've beaten them out. I think they're like they don't. I don't think they. I mean, I'm a fan. Like I said, I'm not trying to say I'm a fan, but I just after seeing that performance with Washington,
they cannot play like that.
Can't play like that.
What was it? It's like a certain number of consecutive away playoff losses. I forget what it was. It was
Troy Aikman was the last person that won away.
He's the last person that won an away playoff game. That's because on the graphic they had him on it. Or
yeah, I saw that.
It's
that's wild.
You know, it's crazy. It must be confusing, and there's a talent, obviously, probably a little more talented than we are,
for sure,
to sit in that booth and announce an NFL game.
Man, a little more talented.
because of the stats that are getting fed into your earpiece.
Ear hole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's some guy, a statistician, is just looking up every bit of that information
Yeah.
all during the game.
Yeah. Just.
I mean, anybody can sit up there and say, "Now here's a guy."
Yeah.
But-
Yeah, you can do that all night, man. But
I like
you
it
gotta-
I like 14-year-olds.
Yeah, you got a C note hanging out of that. $2 hanging out your pocket.
If you don't know what we're talking about, look that one up.
Yeah, that's
Oh, Chris there, man.
Yikes.
Vintage. Speaking of vintage, that's vintage
That's-
Chris Collins.
Dude, that's
vintage Chris Collins,
Yeah,
man.
there was no rules, man. It was just free for all, man. You could do what you want.
Easy to trick.
Hey,
That's what he said.
dumb girls are easy to trick.
That's what he said. That's what he said. Not our words.
No.
We're not saying
No,
it.
no.
We're just quoting somebody
Yeah,
else.
you gotta check him out. Well, that since on the football topic, there kind of segue into this. If you haven't had a chance to check it out, man, check it out on Amazon Prime. It's called Coach Prime. It's a 4-part series of Deion Sanders, Coach Prime, and it's a great program because it shows the mistake that Jackson State made getting rid of this guy, man.
Yeah.
Because you see him from the last year where he comes up and he's on his way up, and he's giving the SWAC so much attention that they've never seen in history, man. I mean, Deion Sanders is a phenomenal promoter, branding guy. I mean, he said that Jackson State, they had more uniforms than Oregon State does. You know how Oregon State has a uniform and a different helmet? He goes, I did that for them. I got them that kind of swagger where they had different uniforms, different helmets, just like these big contenders. He goes, because I got them to a level where they're playing, where they're champions, man. They won the SWAC back-to-back championships, and I'm looking forward to see what he's going to do in Colorado, man. I think he's going to do a damn good job in Colorado.
That's next in my queue. I got
That one?
Yeah, I got
The
got
Coach
to watch that
Prime?
next
Dude, Coach Prime. The best part of that whole thing was like he had, for his players, what he did for his players, he had the XFL do tryouts there at Jackson State. And he had XFL, which is ran by, I think it's
Dwayne Johnson?
The Rock's,
Yeah.
I think it's his ex-wife or something. She runs it. She's like the CEO now. And he had them come out there so the kids could get a chance to do a trial for the XFL. Granted, I know he said, like Deion Sanders says, the XFL is a step closer to the NFL, man. You can play here, you can play in the NFL the next year. So I think that's great what he does for those kids, man. But there was a nice little story he had in there. There's a nice little part in there. It's a scene. And Deion Sanders is in front of the team. The whole teams are sitting in front of him, right? He's they're in a room with the team. And he said, I have a family member that's been talking trash, causing drama. This ain't the first time they've done it. They're talking behind my back, talking about my team. He goes, it's not the first, this is the second, third time they've done it. He goes, he asked the team, what do y'all think? Would y'all cut this family member? This is like a family member. Would y'all cut them loose? Or would you try to keep it and figure it out? And 3/4 of the team were like, you get rid of them. And he said, all right. And then he pointed at one of the players and said, hey, get out. He said, he was talking to I think it was his nephew that plays on the team. He told his nephew, get the fuck, he didn't cuss. He said, just get out of the room. And he's like, that was crazy how he did it right there in front of everybody.
How he framed it up.
Yeah, dude, he was so good the way he was so slick, dude. Because you're like, I wonder where's he going with this? And then he tells us that guy that's on the team is like, get out. They spoke, get out. It was just so cool. You gotta watch it. It's a great series, man. Deion Sanders doesn't hold any punches, man. He's extremely talented, man. I mean, like I said, I think he lost a ton of toes too.
Do you feel like, and this is a genuine question. I honestly don't know.
Yeah.
Do you feel like his strength is as a communicator, or do you feel like he's a pretty good coach? Like he's a solid coach?
I think he's a good coach, and also I think he's a good motivator. I mean, if you hear it, I mean, he sounds like oh man, I'm trying to say what he sounds like, man. He's like he's got words, man. He's got the words that play off another word, play off another word. He's just really good. He's got a silver tongue, man. He's not only he's a good salesman, but he's also he walks the walk, man. He gets these kids behind him, and these kids that are with him, man, are going with him, man. They're leaving the college with him, and his son, man, he was they were in a game against I think it was Southern. They were playing Southern, and his son was throwing an interception. And he's like, man, don't throw that, dude. Like, my thing is, he doesn't hold him to he doesn't. It's just because his son doesn't take it easy on that. He was even harder on his son. It was just he's like, you gotta think about that shit. And basically, he told me, he's like, I'll bench your ass if you don't get your shit together. You know, it's just. He doesn't hold any punches, and that's what's cool, man. He doesn't give them, because this kid, he's like, doesn't baby him, man. He doesn't take no shit, dude. But that kid, I think his son's gonna be a great quarterback on the next level, which is, I guess, Colorado. Hopefully, he'll make it. But I think they're about the same height. I think he might be just a little bit a hair taller than him, but dude, the kid's a slick kid. Lean guy.
6'1".
Dude, kid is smooth, man. Like he's smooth under pressure. I mean, if the shit's heavy, he's cool, calm, and collected, man. But then he gets it from his dad. His dad was a fucking contender, man.
Yeah,
he didn't take no shit. But you dude, catch that, man. That Coach Prime, man. Check that out. It's a great series, man. It's like I said, but the reason I bring it up is because it's not sports. It's pop culture, man. Deion Sanders is a huge part of my growing up and watching football, and he's just left a mark on me, and just with his style and just everything, man. I think he's just he's a great person, man. He gives back, and he said, I forget how long ago he said he doesn't curse anymore. He's like, I don't curse anymore. I don't do that. I haven't cussed in like I don't know how many 20-something years. He goes, he does. It's funny when he's yelling at them. The word he comes up with is funny as shit, dude. Because he doesn't cuss. He's like this bull shark, or I forgot what he said. It's just funny shit. You gotta check him out, dude. All the words he comes up with to not cuss at these kids.
Yeah.
But it's inspiring, man. He's an inspiring guy, and he gets them riled up, man. They play for him, man. They play hard for him, man. It's really cool.
It's a leader.
Big leader, man. Anyway, kind of switch gears here, man. I was looking at music stuff, man. I was looking at music, and you know how we talk about being the old man on the porch and all that shit.
Yeah.
Today maybe even worse when I was reading this. Trent, I'm not going to ask you because I know you're the younger guy in the group, and I know you probably know music and what's going on. So I was going to ask you, Johnny, and everybody in the room, or Johnny and James. I don't know if you listen to the radio much. So the Billboard 100, they have what's the top 10 right now? Could you pick a song at this top 10 right now, the Billboard 100?
No,
right now.
No.
Nothing? I had hell, dude, and I couldn't figure anything out. I'm sure, Trent, do you know one? Top 10 on the Billboard 100 right now on the radio? So, do I have it pulled up? I don't know because I know we might be.
Man, does that mean we're out of touch?
I'm out of touch, dude, because when I saw this list, I was like, oh shit, I'm old, dude. Like, it's over for me. It's a wrap.
Taylor Swift. It has
Number
to be,
one,
right?
Number one.
Seriously?
Yeah, number one, Anti-Hero. Number two is Unholy by Sam Smith.
Don't
And
I know that song.
You know that song.
that song.
Kill Bill by, what was that name again? How you say that?
SZA.
Yeah, goddamn. I'm Good by David Guetta. I don't know how to say his name. It goes on and on. It's top 10. I don't know. Like I said, I think numbers. Like I said, I know some of these people like 21 Savage. I know the people, but I don't know the music. It was just when I saw this, I was like, yeah, it's official, man. I'm an old cat. I'm the old guy.
So does that mean that if Casey Kasem was doing his top 40 countdown, we wouldn't know anything that he's playing?
Oh no, I wouldn't know shit he's doing, dude. I wouldn't know anything, man. It's weird because, like I said, like I said, for me, when I listen to music and I'm working out or whatever, it's gonna be, Spotify. It's gonna be something I know. It's gonna be something classic stuff, classic rock or classic hip hop or what have you. But I don't know this shit. It was just sad. I was sad on myself, and I was just like, damn, I don't know shit, dude.
I was thinking about this the other day. Actually, that's not fair. I wasn't thinking about this. Somebody else brought this up, and I had never thought of it before. But why is it that we're hesitant to listen to new music, and it's so easy to say this is what I like. This is what I like. Anything new, like you were saying, like having that feeling of like old man on the porch.
Because we've already heard the best music.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. So then answer me this: why do we watch new movies?
Yeah. You know, it's funny about some things. It's like some things when you're a kid, your mind is wide open, and as we got older, your mind just keeps narrowing. But it's not to everything, because I consider myself an open-minded guy.
Oh, yeah.
But I agree with you. You watch a new movie, but music, you kind of gravitate to that music that grabbed you when you were younger, and you just hold on to it for some reason.
Yeah, and for me, I don't. Like I said, I'm pretty open with music. I love new music. Hanging out sometimes with Angel, he'll show me something new that I dig or something like that. And it's not that I'm closed off to it. It's just when I hear it, it's just like it doesn't. Because everything they're doing, they're taken from something I already heard. It's like I'm trying to think of the damn song I was listening to the other day that I heard on the radio. It was a new song. But I was like, well,
They're just like sampling old music.
And I get it. That's the way you do. But I just can we ever do something new? It's just like oh shit! I was telling some friends here at the watering hole. I was telling them that and there's a point where everything stopped, like clothing stopped, things stopped, and then you just, they're reusing them now. They're mixing them together, mixing different genre clothes, like the high-waisted pants, and just, it's just weird how things are getting reused and remaking movies. You know, it's just like nothing. You know, and we've kind of covered this before. We say they remade movies and shit, and it's nothing's original anymore. So when it comes to the music and shit, you know, I listened to a lot of hip hop growing up, and I listened to a lot of hip hop and rock, but it's even like the rock channel. Like there's the rock channel that's here in Houston, local rock channel, man. It's like it plays a lot of I don't know what that is, what that kind of music it is, what it is. I don't know what you categorize it as, but I don't see it as rock music.
Yeah.
And like I said, I'm just stuck in my ways, but I do listen. I do give new music a chance. It's just there's nothing out there that really catches me, man. Like I said, there's again, like Travis Scott, he catches my attention. He's a hell of a rap artist. There, he's a great artist. Like I said, I love his music. He's got good. The beats are awesome. I love it. I'm trying Drake. Like I said, I'm old man coming to the party late. I'm Drake. I'm that old guy showing up with my pants up to my fucking waist, trying to figure it out. But you know, I like Drake. It's cool. Like I said, I love Kanye, man. I think his music is great. I think he lost his mind now, but I think he's great, man. I think he's a fantastic artist.
You're good though. The New Balance shoes are coming back. So.
Yeah, we're gonna be all right. We're gonna be all right, man.
I think maybe I'm the old man on the porch when it comes to music thing, because I mean I listen to like indie stuff, but like as far as like pop stuff on the radio, like I don't know. I know some of it because of like music bingo and like playlists that I'll put.
Yeah, and that's why I figured you had more of an array of an open genres.
I listen to a lot of different genres.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. For me, it's not that I don't listen to the different genres. It's just I like what I like, and then if there's something, because like on Spotify, you put I like this, give me something that's similar to this that's like new shit, and then they'll play new shit on there, and it's just like this is not for me, man. It's just not for me. But yeah, I mean, I'm not close to it. I love but just, when I saw the top 10, I was like, oh shit, dude, I'm out of touch, man. Like I'm gone. Like fuck, I'm in trouble. Like but I don't know. It's but new movies, like you said, the new movie thing. I'm trying to think. There's one that you gotta check it out. It's with shit. What's that guy's name? Come on, the new Darth Vader. I always forget his name. Adam Driver. It's a new one on Netflix. Check it out. It's White Noise. And I got halfway through it. I had to stop because I was getting late because it's like a 2.5 hour movie. But that's a new movie, and it's something that's way out of the fucking left field. But it's interesting to me. I think it's neat. Like, when it comes to movies, I'll try anything, dude. Because I love actors. I love great actors. Adam Driver is one of my favorite newer actors. Adam Driver. I love the way he is. I love him in the new Star Wars movies and shit. I think he's great, man. I saw him in used to be in the series on HBO called Girls, and with Lena Dunham, and she's a terrible person, but he's a great actor. He's a hell of an actor. So I follow his shit, and I like his shit that he puts out. He usually puts out good stuff, man.
Did y'all see that horror movie Smile?
I haven't seen it yet. You haven't seen it? No. What do you think? Is it?
That's pretty good.
Is it creepy or?
Yeah, it's creepy. Yeah, it's pretty good. There's a couple of spots where you're like, this is a little cheesy, but like it's very well done. Okay. It's pretty high budget. I mean, it's good. It was worth a watch.
It's out now.
Yeah. Okay. Stream. I think you stream it.
There's one I saw the previews on. It's the horror flick coming out with the android girl. Megan.
Oh,
that looks like pretty creepy because I think robots are going to be the death of us.
Oh, I think so. I totally agree, man. I totally agree.
What were you saying about Old Man on the Porch?
Get that robot off my
lawn. It does look good though.
Yeah,
I think it's going to be good.
Okay, speaking of old men and us being old men, we got a guy that fits in this kind of old man category like us, because he fits in. He's right there with us.
He's an old soul. He's an old soul.
He's a vintage soul. Yeah, he's got a vintage. He's got a price tag on this.
Let me get you out of that hole.
No, I'm good. No, James, I'm fucking. I love James, man. James is a good guy. I've known James for a couple of years now. We're coming into the watering holes around here in the local Conroe area. I know him. I've seen him. Love him and his family. His daughter's very talented with the art. I always like chit-chatting with them when I get time,
God, he can hold a stein too.
He can hold a stein, man. And he also, we'll get into this, and this is kind of a cock teaser real quick, but he also eats rotten meat, and we'll get into that in a little bit. We'll talk about rotten steak, because me and Johnny were talking about
rotten meat.
No. But he's got the pop-up, man. Him and his beautiful wife Stephanie, they got the pop-up. It's called, help me out here, Decades Fashion and Finds. And it's vintage stuff. They got clothes. That's where I got my ET button from them. I got my Grand Prix hat from them. They had a cool shit, but James, I'll start running my fucking gap here. But
Camp is June water.
yeah. So James, shit, I'm sorry, dude. I lost my train of thought here. Fucking with Flint and shit, dude. Okay, so I wanted to ask you guys, like, you guys do this. What exactly do y'all? What is the pop up? What is it? What do you guys?
Tell us
exactly
about
sell?
it.
Give us a
So yeah, we just we've collected vintage stuff for, I mean, well over a decade. And before that, I just wore vintage stuff because I'm old and had it laying around or whatever. But anyway, we go out looking for clothes or old toys, just any retro stuff or vintage stuff. And I mean, our whole house is like a museum. And you find stuff, and your house keeps filling up, and at some point it's like, all right, they're gonna put us on hoarders.
No, that's okay, dude. Dude,
So you gotta start selling.
Oh
something.
yeah,
You
you
can't
gotta start.
keep it all.
Keep those
and
expectations
so-
very low, dude. Keep those expectations. Start with this. Expectations are real low, dude. We're good though. Dude. I'm glad you guys took time for us.
The vintage thing it's hot right now.
Man. Hell yeah,
It's
dude.
big right now.
Shit, yeah.
Yeah, it's almost too hot, and it's making it hard, like with vintage
Right.
clothes, because
Right.
used to from across, you go into a thrift store or go to a yard sale, estate sale, and from 100 yards away you could spot vintage clothes.
Sure.
Well, now they're so copied. Now you actually have to go up, look at tags, and try to
Validate
differentiate
it and
between
stuff.
actual vintage and just
Yeah.
throwback.
So let me ask you on the vintage clothes. Obviously, 1920s could be considered vintage clothes or antique clothes. What's your target? What do you guys like? What era are you going after? You like 80s stuff or later 70s?
Yeah, we like it all, and of course when we're out hunting, we're still figuring out what our customers want.
Okay.
And right now we're figuring out what's hot as 80s and 90s. And
Yeah.
that's stuff that before 90s we didn't even look for, because 90s to me, I'm still there.
Yeah.
I didn't realize we weren't still in the 90s.
90s is still in my closet.
Oh, yeah.
People are talking about
Yeah.
90s, and it's like, oh, vintage. And I'm like, I didn't realize that was vintage already.
Yeah, it's antique, man.
But yeah, that's what a lot of people are looking for. That's what's hot right now. But we love it all back from the 20s. We like to put on period correct stuff from the 20s and 30s and go to the speakeasies.
Right.
We
That's
like
cool
to, have 60s and 70s stuff for going to discos. But as far as what, to wear daily, mainly like 70s, 80s, the
Okay.
stuff from when I was a kid, and remember it, and it's just brings up
Those
better
acid wash
memories.
jeans, huh?
Dude, I'm trying to think what we were talking about the other day. When you were talking the other day, we were talking past couple of days ago. We were going into it, and then you were telling me, damn, what were you telling me? Shit, I lost my train of thought again. It's just coffee, man. The coffee's throwing me off, man. When I had that Troy Aikman juice, I could remember everything. So I say, I wanted to see the shirt. Now that's a real deal, right?
Yeah,
that's
that's
a one-off. Huh?
original 19. Well, it's not one of the one-offs.
Was that
I do
one-offs?
have some Roddy Piper's like one-offs, or he would make
Dude, that's
maybe
crazy.
two of something. It would be like a custom design that he would use just for like a specific event, or whatever. And I do have some of those shirts.
Oh,
But
that's what I was gonna say.
This isn't one of them. I don't wear those because
No, you shouldn't.
this is an original 80s, but it's not like one of his personal
Dude, I love
shirts.
that shirt so
yeah.
much. I wish I could get my big ass in that. What we were talking about is we were talking about that, how you said, even Stephanie, you guys were telling me how the clothes, even when you buy a large from the 80s, you can't even get into it, or
Right.
y'all can't even get to those clothes. They're so little, right? I mean, it's
Really? They're different?
Yeah, it's a different
Oh,
fit,
yeah.
dude.
Totally different fit.
Yeah, because they were saying because their daughter is tiny.
Mhm.
Their daughter's tiny, and they said that the clothes are tight on her, and that's like, that's weird that clothes ran that small back then, in the 80s and 70s or what have you.
Do you think it was coupled with the style of how they wore clothes, like how people wore clothes in the 80s and like 70s and 80s?
I mean-
Like wear shirt, like was that the popular thing to wear tighter shirts? I mean,
Yeah,
I
like
think-
the 70s style was really tight, right? The guys' athletic stuff were all tight, right?
I think they just lied to us now.
okay.
I think that's what it boils down to. We've gotten bigger, and so to make us
Everybody
feel
got
better,
turned into fat
There it
asses.
is.
when you're
Yeah.
extra large, they
Yeah.
tell you you're large,
There it is.
so forth and so on.
That-
The jeans I'm wearing right now, modern clothes, I wear a 32 waist. These are 36 or 38 and fit.
What?
Wow, dude.
So yeah, if you go, that's another thing you got to know. Like if you're getting online buying vintage clothes, thinking, oh, I'm size 32 waist.
Yeah.
You're gonna be
You're
disappointed.
gonna get a leg. They lied.
Yeah, that's like me going to shop at the big and tall store so I can wear a small and feel good about myself.
Yeah.
It's like Seinfeld. He changed the number of his pants.
Yeah, that 30.
Yeah.
Change that 30, man. No, we were talking about that, and it's funny that you said that. We were talking about that going back and forth, because I also said when you go into, I had a friend that went up north, and he went to the homes up north, like and those old vintage homes that's from back in the day. And he said the hallways were like even the Galveston when you go to Galveston, like the staircases, the stairs are like 80.
Yeah, like go to the Galvez or whatever,
Yeah.
or go to, I forget the hotel in downtown Austin that we stayed at one time. It was a nice old hotel. It has a high rate. I got a room there. We went to Austin to go to this hotel, the Driscoll, I believe.
Yeah.
And you go in there and you go, this room is half the size of any hotel. It's half the size of a Holiday Inn Express room.
Tiny, man.
You know, and
That's
those,
like the,
those rooms were just little.
That's like the Minger Hotel in San Antonio. You go in there and the door literally hits the bed.
Yeah.
Like when you come in,
Tiny.
the door hits the bed.
Screw that.
Just look like a closet.
Bumps a ghost
Yeah,
right away.
but yeah, because another thing was too, like I was telling this before, the story on the B-17, the airplane. When you see where those seats, those fighter pilots are, I mean, how the hell did they get in those seats?
Yeah.
Man? I mean, they're like
Yeah.
half the size of a chair, like half the size of these chairs now. I don't know how these guys did it, but I guess people were just smaller back in the day, smaller frames or what have you. I guess all these GMOs were getting right.
That
Or
chicken.
that chicken, man, the hemorrhoids.
Those chicken hemorrhoids are really making us grow.
Fucking hemorrhoids, dude. The fucking, God, I lost my train of thought.
That's canned chicken right
Yeah,
there.
it's a good. Oh, James, have you ever come across a canned chicken? Bring it to me, man. I want to. You ever
Canned
see those
stuff.
canned chickens? The chicken in the can.
Vintage canned chicken.
It's in the can.
He's probably not into vintage food.
I am, dude. I'm like,
Hey, you got any lettuce left over from the 70s?
Yeah, it's not really sure to lettuce. No, but anyway, so you guys got into this because you just wanted to. You had a bunch of stuff. You had
Yeah, we
stuff.
just appreciate the old
Yeah.
stuff and just trying to reintroduce that to the newer generation and we enjoy getting out and meeting people and it's something to do. And also, I mean, we're real big into recycling and
Sure.
but that's not we're not out there separating paper and plastic. I mean, clothes.
Mhm.
The textile industry is one of the biggest polluters in the world. Like if you look up the numbers, it's insane. I mean, as far as industrial stuff, so when you go and buy used clothes, you're
saving.
doing more for the environment than separating a plastic bag.
That brings me to what's his name? The comedian. Goddamn, Jay Leno. He's like the electric cars. Instead of getting these electric cars, why don't you just restore a hot rod? You're saving.
You're saving.
Saving
No one
the
has
world.
to even produce a
Yeah,
car.
it's already
made.
made. It's already there. Let's fix it
there.
up.
Yeah.
That's what he was saying, to save the world. Let's do that, man. Let's just
nobody
fix it up.
Sustain what you have rather than
That's
throw
why
it away,
You
right?
guys are smart doing that, dude. Like
So at what point did you guys decide, let's make this a business? Let's see if we can do some pop-up stuff.
We were probably going through all of our stuff and didn't have room, so we need to
yeah.
get rid of.
It's only been a few months ago, so we're still in the beginning phases of trying to make a
Yeah.
actual business out of it. Right now all we do is pop-ups. On our Facebook page, we started trying to build like a Facebook shop. Not very user-friendly, and we're not very tech-savvy, so, we're trying on that. We're trying to get that going, but we'll probably end up having to get with somebody else and, because everything's online now. And we're
Yeah.
just-
You should use a Macintosh.
Do you ever get those? If you ever get one of those, let me know, man. You get an old Macintosh computer, the old ones, the old box looking thing.
The gray box.
Hey, try a
awesome.
Commodore.
The Commodore. The other one too I used to like, the Apple I used to like, is the one that had that they were purple and they were
Yeah.
orange.
The clear back.
Oh, dude,
What
those
was
were so
that
damn
called?
cool. The Apples.
It had a name, right?
It had a name.
The
and
I-
It's an iMac. It was
iMac.
like
That
the
was
first
the
generation
iMac came out. Yeah.
But I used to love the purple was my favorite and the orange one was like, I always caught my eye. It's like that was so.
Yeah.
You
That
didn't
was,
make technology boring. Like it could make it look
Yeah.
good, make it look sleek. and
it looked
shit.
like a little alien.
like a little head, yeah, like a little.
That's how
You know, I remember seeing you, James. When I first met you, you always had the cool garb on at Halloween or a
Yeah.
special event.
Yeah, yeah.
You always drug the vintage stuff out, and
Yeah.
it was just like, wow, this guy just outdid everyone.
Yeah, he just
Where'd you
could-
get that stuff?
It's a real deal.
Yeah, but I've noticed that now. I mean, you're kind of rocking it all the time now. So I saw you with those. I don't know what you call those. I call them
Oh, I remember
the
us
polyester
talking
sheriff
about it. Yeah,
sheriff
they were,
pants. Hey, all the Texas sheriffs used to wear these polyester pants like that.
They were like action pants.
Action pants.
Cause yeah, they're
Yeah.
stretchy. They're
Stretchy, man.
Yeah, so you're rocking the vintage more often now, so it's cool, man. It fits you. You're doing it.
I love it, man. The other thing you did was it was a Halloween. You guys came up here and you're weren't you a flight like a pilot like a
Yeah, we had
pilot?
found, I'd actually gone to an estate sale and it was the guy's full,
Pilot
a
suit.
pilot uniform from 70s or 80s or
That's so
whatever.
damn cool, man.
And
Y'all
so I
go all
bought
out, man.
and it fit me, which is just
That's
weird
insane.
that, I mean, it felt like it was custom made
See,
for me,
that's
so.
cool shit, dude.
Now,
Yeah.
you just said something that I have a friend who was showing me some auction sites of estate sales. And he was showing me that, these companies come in and run these online auctions for an estate and where they have to get rid of these things.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's lots of clothing or it's a dresser, this solid wood piece of furniture that goes for $7 or something on these sites. But the family is clearing this out. He said the one thing is when you bid on it, you have to show up and get it.
Right.
It's real important that because they're getting rid of it. It's a
Yeah,
liquidation
it's gotta go,
deal.
yeah.
And you don't have, well, I'll come get it next week or I'll come get it this time. It's one day that he said all these people that bid and won, they show up and he said it's neat that you get good deals, and it's also a little bit sad to think that here's someone's whole history that
Yeah.
all these strangers come in and
Yeah.
grab their things that they bought online
Just take it.
and leave, so, but I'm sure that, do you do any of that on those auctions or things like that, or?
Not much online.
Okay.
We go to
You go-
actual
you go-
estate,
Yeah.
physical
This-
estate
Okay.
sales where we
Hey,
can.
what's the furthest y'all been out? Like to go like close in town, like Houston, or further out, like
As far as setting up our pop-ups, we've only done
No,
here.
like
we've
the
done
estates,
down
like
in
go to different
Houston.
estates.
Oh, estate sales and stuff. I mean, even when we travel, like our vacations are wherever we go. If we go up to Idaho or whatever, it's road trip everywhere, and we're stopping
that's cool
along
shit,
the
dude.
way and picking. And
That's amazing.
there's a lot of other things I collect too. So
What
I'm
else?
always looking for.
You-
So like old signs, old gas pumps.
Oh,
We
that's
used to
cool.
actually have an antique store here in Conroe. That's been
10 years.
about 10 years
Oh,
ago.
really?
And
Where was it in
called,
town or what?
So it was on 105 right there by the river bridge. Like, I don't know if you know where there's like a nursery there where they sell trees and
Yeah,
stuff. And then there's
yeah.
a couple of like furniture consignment shops
Okay.
there. We were kind of across the highway from
Oh,
that.
no shit.
That stuff's not even there anymore.
Oh, wow.
They came in and bulldozed all that and brought in a bunch of dirt, and it's all new
Oh,
new
damn,
buildings
dude.
now. But yeah, we were called Mantique Heaven.
No shit.
So
dude.
yeah, man cave stuff.
Yeah.
Is that a long time ago?
Yeah, it's been
Okay.
about 10 years ago.
Well, I'm glad you guys are doing the pop-ups, man, because I like I said, right now it's hot. Like you said, it's hot. And I hate when that happens when things get hot, because it's just like everybody's got it now and everybody's wearing the shit. It's just like at one point, like the Jordan ones were very hard to find. Now you can get them anywhere, and now it's not special anymore. But you guys, the stuff you guys have is really special, and I like it. And
I was jealous
Yeah.
of the hat you got.
So
Yeah.
for
Yeah,
folks,
I know, yeah.
so for folks listening and for my benefit as well, when you say 80s and 90s stuff, when someone comes up to the pop-up and they're looking through your clothes, what are they looking for? What's hot? I mean, what? I would think that members only jacket.
Jackets are.
Yeah.
Jacket,
a lot of
yeah,
people
jackets.
buy a jacket.
Dude.
Yeah, and we're still trying to figure out what you just asked.
Yeah.
Obviously, if we knew exactly what everybody was gonna want, we could save a lot of
Well,
time
we want,
and
like I said,
effort.
I know
because
we're all
it-
looking for members only jackets. So I don't know.
I'm not. I'm looking for. I want a Dallas Cowboys starter jacket.
And I
That's
think
what I
since
want.
Yeah, right
the
on.
way the sizes go, I think we need a 5X.
5X. I'll take a
Yeah,
5X.
take a 5 or 2, man. Those things are
Yeah.
they're tiny, man. But I like the way they looked. I always love the little snaps right here.
Yeah, what was that for? Who
Yeah.
knows? I don't know.
Yeah, that's cool shit. I love that, man. So I guess the elephant in the room. I want to kind of get into this, man, because you got me all hyped up on the stuff the other night when we were talking about it, man. The Roddy Piper gear, man. Like the Roddy Piper, man. You had some. You were telling all the stories and everything, and I'm just excited for you to kind of tell us the stuff that you have, man.
Yeah, a little show and tell,
Yeah,
actually.
man. So. I know you. We're gonna have it on the episode. We'll have the picture thing. But,
Yeah, it's gonna be right.
Yeah, there was there was somewhere in here. You were showing me this thing you wore to the '80s. You wore it in the '80s night. It was a white undershirt and a pink one over, right?
Right.
And you said that's something he wore.
Yeah, that was one of his, and I'll send pictures so he can
Yeah.
insert
Yeah,
wherever, do
yeah.
his little tech magic and,
Yeah.
and put it in there. But yeah, it was one of his really staple outfits that he wore, throughout the 90s over and over. These guys, they had certain outfits that they'd wear, all the time. And it's, a lot of his, like the sports cards, they did sports cards just like baseball teams and
Yeah.
stuff. They did, it's on some of those, and, his portraits that he'd do for signing and stuff,
Yeah.
he's wearing it in some of those. But
That's
yeah,
so
it was,
damn cool, man.
yeah, it was, I've got that outfit, that I got from his family, and, a few others.
Yeah, no,
I've got a lot of stuff.
Dude,
So what was your connection there?
Yeah.
Did you make the connection, or did you already
Yeah,
have the
I
connection?
just
or-
reached out and,
Yeah.
and made a connection with them. Why they answered me, I don't know. I'm sure there were plenty of people that reached out to them, and
the thing that got me is I was telling Vinny about you, Vinny that's on the show here, and he was like, man, I'm surprised that the WWE hasn't came out and asked them for stuff, because they were looking for this, because they want to make I think the WWE's in the midst of making a museum.
yeah.
And he goes, I'm surprised they haven't came at him for the stuff that he had. I told him about your jacket, I told him about this stuff, the outfit that you wore on MTV with the high heels and all that stuff, and he's like, man, I'm surprised they haven't came, looking for him, man, like looking for you, man. Cause
Yeah, and a lot of that stuff, his family has already, I don't know if they've donated to him or loaned it to him or
Okay.
whatever, but like some of his iconic stuffs, like the kilt, I don't know that he had more than one of those, Roddy Piper kilts through
Yeah.
all those years. But that was a custom made, you can't just order that, it's not a standard tartan, it was a custom tartan for him. And, so they've got that, and the gear that went with the black leather jacket that he
Yeah.
always wore with that,
that's money,
so.
dude.
I need to get closer here.
Yeah.
So yeah, I know that some of that iconic stuff they have. Unfortunately, some of the other stuff got out there in the wind at some point, and like his boots from the '80s, those
Yeah.
kind of like maroon color with the RP on them, just
Wow, dude, this-
iconic.
Yeah.
Dude, you were telling me about, there was something else you were telling me about, well, the bust here is really cool, man. I think that's good. You said this was like one of a kind of?
Yeah, so, and I'll send that picture too.
For sure.
He was on Celebrity House Hunters, and I took a screenshot on
Yeah.
there where he's kind of showing off some of his stuff in his man cave,
Mhm.
and this was there.
That's insane.
But
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
his family wasn't real sure on exactly how he came across it, but they were fairly certain it involved him doing a part in some little B movie or something. And instead of them paying him for his part, they paid to have this cast done of his face and made this, just presented it to him as a gift. So yeah, it was
That's
a
insane.
one-off that was presented to him. And now, I've got a little bourbon and cigar room at the house.
That's
and
in there.
It sits there by my leather chair, so when I'm sitting there drinking dirty water and
Doing it.
I got my little drinking partner there.
So I'm assuming that when you were younger, we all watched. Who didn't watch WWF,
Shit,
right?
man.
So Roddy Piper must have been your favorite, right? Or not? He's a bad guy. Were you-
Well, he was.
Yeah.
And that's what I love about Roddy Piper is that he, one year when Wrestling Magazine came out, they had their vote most hated wrestler, and he won. The very next year, that same contest, he was the most loved wrestler.
Yeah.
And he could turn a crowd any way he wanted them. I mean, if the guy would have run for president, I think he could have got it, because he could just, whatever way he wanted you to go. If he wanted you to hate him,
Yeah.
you hated him. If he wanted you to love him, you loved him. And,
I remember you were making me laugh the other night when you were telling me about your mom wanted him dead. She couldn't stand it.
that was my aunt and uncle.
Oh, your aunt?
Yeah,
that's
my
right.
aunt and uncle.
Sorry.
We'd go over there and they'd watch their stories, and they were way up. This was actually my grandparents, or my grandfather's brother and his wife. So they were, two generations, great aunt and uncle. And they watched their stories, and they watched wrestling, basically the same thing. And of
That's
course,
true,
they
that's
hated
true.
Roddy Piper. I mean, I think my uncle would have shot him given the opportunity.
Yeah.
But that's what he wanted. That was his job, was to be hated.
Yeah.
And he was really good at it.
The thing you brought up was interesting.
I didn't like you.
No, the thing that got me that James said it was a good, was that I didn't know that James said was how he brought that into the MTV culture. Like they mixed in and they came to the MTV culture with like Cyndi Lauper thing happened on MTV. He was kind of involved in all that, and he kind of made that turn to make it, make the wrestling even more popular with the MTV crowd and shit. So that was I didn't know that story you were telling me about that.
Yeah, because wrestling really it wasn't popular. I
No.
mean, I
Yeah.
think it was on the verge of failure.
Mhm.
And Roddy Piper played a huge role in pulling it out of that.
Yeah. No,
Hogan
he was good.
He was the good guy,
Yeah.
and you've got to have an equally bad guy to go up against that, or nobody wants to watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, you got to have a story, and you know, he brought music into it.
Yeah.
And this feud with all these Dee Snider and Cyndi Lauper
Yeah.
and all this, and just you know
Dee Snider.
pissed people off. You know, I mean, he'd get up there and you know he. You know, drew them into wrestling. They brought Mr. T in.
Yeah, I
because he
remember
was
all
a
that. Dude,
big
yeah.
icon, and that was the first WrestleMania ever. Was Roddy
That's right.
Piper and Orndorff versus Hogan and Mr. T.
I liked Mr. Wonderful.
He was good.
Yeah,
man.
he was good too.
man.
He's just a solid dude.
Oh yeah, just
Yeah.
a good heel. He was a
Yeah.
good heel. He was a good bad guy, man.
So he wore these shoes here?
So yeah, during that Rockin' Wrestling, I think is what they called that era, and that's what was kind of leading up to the first WrestleMania. Roddy Piper had a MTV appearance, and of course he's playing the heel on there, and he's making fun of, you know, basically, you know, how these rock guys dressed.
Yeah.
Very feminine, you know, blouse or whatever, you know. So he got up there in these hot pants with the sash and these phenomenal high heel shoes and danced around and made fun of Michael Jackson and all these other guys and just.
And James showed me the video, right? You showed me that little clip from that thing where he was dressed up. That picture you showed me.
Yeah, yeah,
That was
yeah.
awesome, dude. He showed me he was in the actual getup, man.
Yeah, and that whole video, it's posted, somebody had posted that on, I guess it made a copy on VHS, which is, you know, all you could do back then, and it's posted that on YouTube, so.
And like I said, we'll find that little clip that you were showing me. I'll find it and then we'll get it.
Oh,
to
it's,
you. We'll be on the
and that was right before also, that was not too long before he did the, They Live movie. So he
Dude.
talks about that in there, he talks about Michael Jackson, there's clips from a lot of the singers of the time, you know, basically talking shit to him, you know. You know.
Dude, that was a good time for MTV, man. I miss.
Oh,
that was a good time.
it was still about
man.
music.
So,
That was-
not to call you out or anything, but so how old are we? Because I know Trent's the youngest guy in the room. So, and I'm probably me and Johnny are the older cats in here.
Mid-40s.
Oh, okay. Well, you're right there with us and with me. Yeah, you're right there with me. Because Trent's what, 32?
23.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Johnny's
he's
24. Yeah.
Yeah.
Young cat, man.
Yeah, my wife's 21 still.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You guys are always 21.
You know, so Roddy Piper, if I remember right, and you know a lot more about him. He wasn't really a really big guy, right? So
No.
he was in a world of wrestling with these guys that are you know now they're
Yeah.
monsters,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
You got to be a monster, or you can't do this.
Yeah.
He wasn't abnormally huge or anything, but he just had that mouth and it worked.
and the thing is, nobody noticed that he wasn't
Yeah.
huge.
Yeah.
I mean, nobody
Yeah.
back then talked about, oh man, that guy's small. He was
Yeah.
just had such a big personality that
Yeah.
he could stand up beside anybody and not look like a small guy.
Yeah.
I remember when you mentioned to me that you said when you saw one of those comic things in Houston, you said that y'all were kind of the same.
Yeah, and of course by then, I mean, I'm a small
yeah,
guy, but
right.
Yeah.
he had multiple
Right.
surgeries and back issues and hip issues and stuff, and yeah, the shrunken down version of him was
That's
not
sad, man. It's a
was
shame.
not much taller than me. You know,
Wow.
I mean,
It's a shame, man.
I think he was billed as being 6'1", 6'2".
Yeah.
You know that
Probably meant 6 foot.
if he was ever 5'10", 5'11", I'd be surprised.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I just don't think he was that big.
I love that. I love that line he has in Daily. What is it? Chew gum and kick ass, and he's almost out of bubble gum and shit. I
Yeah,
love that
yeah,
line.
that
It's
was
so
that was an
fucking
ad-libbed line. That was not
Oh, dude,
written
I
in the
believe it,
script.
dude.
He
Yeah,
walked in there and he just
Dude.
put that out there, and
Those guys they were cut from a different. Talk line. Him and Flair and. I mean, they could just talk shit off the cuff, man. It's like, golly, man, I miss that, man. Because now these guys are. I know that Rock kind of stole that from them, and not stole it, but I know it's just that he's inspired with them. But I'm just saying, but it's like now I feel like they're not as good as that was. Those guys were just they were sometimes they would throw truth in there, and they were talking shit about each other's spouses and all that truths in there, and it's just like, man, that's cool though. I like that.
It's like the banter used to be.
Yeah.
Used to be a little bit more.
Yeah.
You know, pronounced.
Yeah, because now it's just, you know, it's I know it's showbiz, man, I get it, man, but it just felt like it was so natural and it felt real. Even though I know, you know, I don't like to use that word around here when it comes to, I don't use the F word, but, you know, just when it's, you know.
Well, you know, it's a bigger production now. If you watch wrestling now, it's a bigger production, and it's like goes into these more of scenes outside.
Yeah.
And back then, it was just Mean Gene with a microphone. What do you have to say? And it was all spewing out of their mouth right then. You know, it was who's gonna talk crap right here in the Mean Gene interview, right?
That's good shit, man.
And I think it was. That's kind of what you're going at. Those guys would just get on that mic and just tell Mean Gene what it was all about.
Hey, who got slapped? I forgot who got slapped. We had it on the show.
That was it Stossel?
Yes, he broke his eardrum or some shit.
Yeah. That wrestler, or he asked the wrestler was wrestling real or fake, and
He showed him.
he showed him.
He showed him it wasn't fake. So another kind of deep dive on you guys. I want to get to people know who you guys are. Like you kind of told me in a short roundabout way, but how did you folks meet? How did y'all meet? You
Yeah,
guys?
so we all good love stories start online, obviously. And,
Hell yeah, dude.
She was
Hell yeah.
all the way across the country, and this was 18 years ago.
Yeah.
you
So
know,
where are you from, James? You're not from.
So I'm here in Texas, but
Yeah.
not Conroe.
But
Yeah, so
before-
about halfway between Dallas and Houston. I grew up in the sticks.
Okay. And then Stephanie, you were in
I was in Idaho.
Idaho.
Yes.
Oof, that's a
Yes.
journey. And you said
Potato.
you went to you went to go get her, right? You went to go
Right,
and
right.
there was no
That's a long
flying,
drive.
right?
Yeah, that's
Driving.
a long drive. Yeah.
That's a hell of a road trip, man. I mean that takes if you're gonna make it, that road trip's gonna see what's gonna make or break that relationship, man. So, because I know we were talking about that, like me and my wife, we were after a month of dating, we were like, we're good, we can make this work. And I know you guys were kind of the same way
Yeah,
too.
short term. It didn't take long for us to figure out that
That's cool, man.
we had something good.
No, it's cool when you can feel that it works. It's good, man. I like that, man. And like I said, you guys. When we met you guys were cool, and you started telling us all these cool little stories. And one of the stories that always sticks in my head is about that meat, man. You were telling me about that steak, that aged steak.
Hey, I've seen his pictures that he's posted of this steak, man. I gotta hear about this.
Go ahead. You were talking about the dry aging of it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a foodie. I pretty much anything I'm into, I'm all the way into it.
Oof.
If you hadn't figured that out, so
Yeah.
if it's
Nothing wrong
Roddy
with that.
Piper, I hunt down his family, and
Yeah.
if it's vintage clothes, my whole house is full of it. The other stuff
What
I
are you
collect, like I
looking
said,
for?
my whole house looks like a museum.
That's so cool.
But I'm also a foodie, so yeah, start hearing about dry aged steaks and
Mhm.
stuff like that. So I'd go out and buy the whole roast,
Yeah.
dry age it, cut my own steaks out of it and stuff, and it's time consuming, and it's obviously it's a lot easier just to buy them that are already aged, but
I'm gonna ask you the $1 million question. Is it really that much different?
yes,
Yeah.
It really is.
yeah.
Would you say it
It's-
had more? You were saying, I don't mean to cut you off. You said it had more. Go ahead. I'll let you.
So more flavor.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
basically, it's obviously if you go get a piece of beef jerky, good real beef jerky, I'm not
Yeah.
talking about this paste they
Sure.
dry, but you taste that and that's just concentrated
Mhm.
meat. But it's also really tough, and well, take a regular steak and beef jerky and imagine having the tenderness of a fantastic steak, but that full flavor that you get from like jerky. So when you dry age beef, basically the water is just evaporating. You're not cooking it, you're not heating it. It's at cool temperature, so it doesn't get dried out to the point of being tough. Just the water is evaporating out of that, and so everything else is just concentrated. It's not a watered down steak. It's just
So I had my
Steak.
first dry aged steak this past 3-4 months ago, I guess. It was a 90-day aged tomahawk, and it was good. It was good. But I'll tell you, I don't think it's for everybody. I think it has a different little
Is it pungent?
It's got a little twang.
little something like that. Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
that's a good. I feel like that's
That's a
probably
good-
a good,
yeah.
like between beef jerky
Yeah.
and a
I
fresh
like
cut
that.
steak.
Maybe the way an IPA is not the beer for everyone.
Yeah.
That
Fair.
Okay.
that
Okay.
that's
yeah.
that
Not everybody
steak
likes
is-
strong
yeah.
cheese.
Yeah. Man.
Some
Yeah.
people want their brown water,
Yeah.
added to Coke or something
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
that.
that's
Some
a-
people,
that's a
so yeah, I
tragedy.
mean, it's
That's a crime.
anytime you take and intensify a flavor, it's not going to be for everybody.
Yeah.
Not everybody wants that.
I'm a meat eater, so
Yeah.
it was. I'm like you. It's just more of the flavor that you love. But some people really aren't that into beef.
I kind of want to know how much this dry aged 90
Tomahawk, yeah.
whatever dry aged tomahawk
Much
thing
was it?
cost.
You know, I think that thing was over. I think it was right around 200,
Yeah.
a little over $200. I think.
Still
I
paying
mean,
it off.
never done that. That was a splurge.
Yeah,
But
just to see what it's all
looked at
about.
that, I said, you know, I've got to give it a go. And so Christy and I split it, and it was good. You won't find me every weekend going out to do something like
No.
that. You know,
Yeah.
it's,
I was telling James about our field trip to when we went to Perry Steakhouse and we did that pork chop. I was telling about that pork
Oh,
chop.
yeah.
They had, man, the pork chop's amazing, dude, with the mashed potatoes and shit. That was really good. It's really nice and fatty. And then you were telling me about pork. How you like it? You like it? How do you like it, James?
Medium,
Medium
like
pork.
any kind of pork cut.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
obviously not ground pork.
Yeah,
but,
right.
But yeah, but
Yeah.
pork chop or
It's like
pork
saying people
loin
are scared
or
of that.
anything.
man,
Yeah,
I'm scared. I'm scared to death of it.
He's scared of that.
Trichinosis, man. Trichinosis. Look it up. It'll kill you. Right?
James says no. He
Well,
says no.
I'm not saying there's nothing there that can't get. When was the last time you heard of anybody
Hey.
dying from eating undercooked pork?
Because they cook it. James has worms, man.
Take a chance.
I'm scared of spinach and lettuce.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
People are dying all the time
Yeah.
from eating
No,
yeah.
but you're
vegetables.
right. You know, I will, if I grill pork, as much as I try, I use a thermometer and I always go, man, I gotta let it go a little longer. I don't know
Dry
if it's
it out.
done. And I dry it out because all you ever been hammered your whole life is you better cook that pork,
kill
right? We're gonna kill
It'll
you.
kill you.
The way that commercially raised pork is raised now, the chances of those contaminants is next to none. Now, I mean, we've got a farm and we go and catch wild hogs, and you know, if I'm eating wild hog, I do cook it
Okay.
fully. But if it's, you know,
Gotta watch that
farm
salt,
raised,
yeah.
you know, if it's from the grocery store, you know, like I said, it can't be ground meat. It's got to be a solid cut. But that's the stuff that you got to worry about is stuff that's gotten on the meat.
Yeah.
It's not going to
Not
penetrate
gonna
that
be-
cut
yeah,
of
that's
meat.
in it. Yeah.
Same with steak.
Yeah.
Are you a blue steak guy?
Medium rare, so yeah. I mean, I at least want it warm.
Okay.
You know, now there's certain cuts that I do eat closer to rare.
Yeah.
And,
You said you just did a what tartar. You just did it. Which one?
yeah, we did like a tartare the
Okay.
other day.
I haven't had that yet. Like I said, I've done the what is it, the salmon. Was it? We did the salmon.
Tuna.
Huh? Tuna tartar. We did that. But I was telling you about that, and I'm looking forward to trying the steak.
Okay, educate me. Tartare, that means it's
It's
cooked
just
with
basically
vinegar, right?
just what's that? It's just raw.
It's just raw.
It's just
Oh,
diced
okay,
up
okay.
and then some ingredients mixed
Just
in with it. And
What am I thinking of that's cooked with vinegar? Or
You're talking about
ceviche that's cooked with
No,
lemon
no,
and
the
lime
lemon.
juice.
What is it called?
Yeah, ceviche.
Ceviche. Yeah, that's just lime juice.
Yeah, yeah,
Lime juice.
yeah, so the acidity is what kind of
cooks
like,
it up.
whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but this I want to try this. I haven't. James kind of threw the challenge though, so I got to try that out. But once we get over
bring
this,
you some,
I
make you
gotta
sign a
try
waiver
that.
sometime.
Oh yeah, make
Trent.
sure there's
You doing that uncooked pork?
I don't think so.
Not
No.
uncooked.
I don't
Nobody
think
said
so.
uncooked.
Yeah.
You-
It's for fact. It's for fact. It's for the bullshit.
I did shrimp ceviche one time, and the color threw me off. I was like, that doesn't even
So,
look good.
what's your steak? Are you a medium rare? Or are you a medium? What are you?
It depends. You know, I'm going to give you multiple answers, right?
Right.
Hell yeah.
So
On Tuesdays.
if I'm going to a restaurant, odds are it's probably going to be some high school kid that's back there cooking it.
Oh yeah.
So if it's a thicker steak, I'll ask for medium, so that the middle's not like beet red. It'll come out about medium rare. If you ask for medium, if I'm cooking it at home, then I'll cook it about medium rare.
Yeah, I'm a medium rare guy.
I like a rare guy. I'm
Yeah,
a rare guy.
yeah.
I'll get a little nasty. I'll go rare, man.
I just don't want it to be too chewy, though. You know.
Yeah, I just sometimes when you get a nice cut of meat or something, I want to, especially when I go to a steakhouse, I want to taste that.
Yeah.
I want to taste that animal. I want to get that animal inside me. I want to feel the spirit. I want to feel the spirit that's coming through.
The heart.
The heart.
You have to eat the heart.
Yeah.
Have we done
to
that?
get that. Oh yeah.
Oh,
That's
Jesus
one of my
Christ,
favorite
dude.
parts of an animal.
Oh,
That's
shit.
one that I do eat rare. Is heart.
What?
Damn.
What kind
Shit.
of heart?
Beef heart.
Beef heart.
Beef heart.
Oh, this
I mean,
is
we eat
real. I
chicken.
thought you were joking.
Is that a bit?
No, and
Is that a bit?
my wife can
How
Just
is it very,
wow.
very mineral, like
Um,
very
no
metallic?
no.
Pennies?
She makes a fantastic
Gaming?
parts. She sits there and cleans it and cuts it into these little, what looks like a bistro steak. I guarantee if I gave it to you,
Oh,
just
we
think it
know.
was
No,
delicious
it's really
steak.
tender.
No, it's so
It's-
good. It's so good.
Dude, we need to get together. And
Is
get
that an
it.
expensive cut of meat?
Oh, no.
No,
Not yet,
No.
because
Not-
the
not
rich
yet.
people hadn't found out how good
haven't
it
figured
is.
it out yet.
You can
You
buy
know.
the whole heart at the store for like $5.
It's a couple of bucks a pound.
You
or
know what I want to
something.
try with you guys? I want to see.
Really?
I want to try with you guys. Well, all of us at some point. I'm going to try that yak meat. You ever seen that yak meat? Do they sell that yak's meat?
I have not.
That's a big thing, right, Jennifer? It's a big thing right
It's
now.
like a yak? It's a
Yeah.
real yak?
Yeah, yeah. It's a big thing. It's a big trend right now.
Oxtail and yak.
The big
Oh.
hairy thing?
Yeah, dude. Those
Now, oxtail is fantastic, but
I've
that
had
has
oxtail.
gotten
I've never
it's
had
gotten
oxtail.
Very expensive.
Is it?
Yeah, oxtail is 90% bone, and it's still up to $12, $13 a pound.
Yeah.
You know what's
I mean,
crazy
so
about
it's-
oxtail? What do they do with the rest of the ox?
Hey, hey, just cut them loose.
It's a big animal, man.
Yeah, they just cut it
And-
off,
and we're just selling
it'll go
oxtail.
back.
Okay.
They rub some lizard blood
Is it-
on the nub,
Yeah.
and then it just
And now
runs
say a
into-
prayer to Roddy Piper and
Yeah.
the tail grows back.
Yeah. So, get me wrong. Is my right or wrong? Is the oxtail? Does it has that flavor of like barbacoa, right? Like it has that. This is like not greasy, but like
Yeah,
oily,
yeah, 'cause there's a
that
lot of
feel.
fat in
yeah,
that.
Yeah,
It's a soul food.
yeah. Dude, I had it one time. This older. We worked when I was young and working construction as a kid. We worked at this older black lady's house. I don't want to be careful. Cancellation. And we worked at her house and we were doing construction. And she asked us if we wanted lunch. I said, no, we're gonna go get lunch. She said, no. I've made plenty here for y'all. And it was oxtail with like the greens and the whole 9 yards, man, biscuits, and man, it was like the best.
Gravy, like a gravy on it. or
Yeah,
something?
it was like the best lunch I ever had, best meal I ever had, and it was just, and you could, like I said, when she cooked that, you could tell there was, she put time into it, man. She put time. It was really special for her to share that with us. It was cool, but
That's cool.
yeah,
I
I
should've-
should, but it's hard to find the good stuff because
I should have known he was into some exotic foods.
Exotic,
What,
man.
what,
kinda
what is,
guy
what is your
he's
favorite? What's your favorite cut? Your favorite cut of beef?
Man,
That hard, he said.
it's probably there's three things that heart, a good ribeye, and oxtail are probably my three.
Oxtail is that good.
But then you have tongue,
Yeah.
and that's
I haven't been
if it's
that
cooked
good.
right,
I like
that's hard to beat too. So I don't know. That's like asking me
My dad's
which
good.
one's my favorite kid.
Yeah.
I'm sure I have it, but it's I don't want to say it out loud. No, that's a hard.
Are
That's
you a
hard
rib
one.
guy too, or just more of a?
If I'm eating barbecue, ribs are like if I go to a new barbecue place, I get ribs,
You get ribs.
because that's like tells me if they know what they're doing or not.
Beef rib is one of my favorites. You don't find
That
it
might be
everywhere.
my favorite.
You don't find it
Brontosaurus
everywhere.
ribs.
Yeah, that might be my
It's
favorite.
such a rich meat.
Yeah, that for
You know, you look at it and you have meat and you go, man, this is not enough to fill me up. You start eating it and you go, ooh, yeah,
Yeah.
that hits the spot,
I buy it and I look at it and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna kill this thing.
Yeah.
And I get about a quarter of the way through and I'm like,
Whoa.
passed out.
Pit stop's over, man. We switched some tires. Remember, cold trickle. Anyway, we're all good now. We're all back in it, dude. We're
Match
back on
set,
Yeah,
match set.
match set. Yeah. So we're back in it.
No package.
Just a couple of things for. I had a couple of things for James. A couple more things. It's a kind of a tradition we do. Any guest that comes on here, we do this, and we always. And I'm not gonna say anything. I'm not gonna sway anybody. I'm gonna keep my mouth shut.
All right.
Urban Cowboy, Team Sissy, Team Pam.
Who's Pam?
Come on. So you're Sissy.
Yeah.
Come on,
Yeah.
man.
Get in a
Gotta
truck,
be.
sissy.
Gotta be.
Pam, man. Pam was
Hey, so in the
Daddy's
vintage
money.
stuff, if you find a Wes shirt,
Yeah.
fishnet,
with a
one.
fishnet Wes shirt, you have to show up in that.
Yeah.
Well, if we're gonna try stuff on, we've got the hot pants.
Hey, there you go.
Hey.
Fantastic
Hey,
in those.
hey,
Johnny?
I'm not 75 ready yet.
Ain't necessarily right. Not quite yet.
All right, end of y'all's challenge. End of y'all's challenge.
Hey,
I'll bring those back.
Johnny can.
Johnny's got a.
hot pants.
Squeeze in,
Yeah,
squeeze in, man.
Good.
I'll look at them.
Yeah, I can't. I still won't be able to get those.
Yeah,
They're
and
very
this-
stretchy. They're
yeah.
very stretchy.
I promise you, they're not this stretchy. I promise.
Another thing I wanted to ask you guys: if you guys ever get your hands on some Bugle Boy stuff,
Yeah.
If you get some Bugle Boy stuff, this big boy stuff, I want it, dude. Because
Okay.
even as a kid, I always wanted to wear Bugle Boy, but wasn't happening.
That
dude.
was cool. I forgot
Oh, I
about
love
Bugle
them,
Boy.
dude. They had the fucking Ashwash jeans and shit. They
Yeah.
were, oh man, I always wanted them, dude, but couldn't fit into them. Well, I couldn't afford them either because they were kind of high dollar, man, for that time. I'm trying to think of the other brand that I was trying to think about that Oh man, if you ever get some Jabot pants too, ever get some of those?
Yeah.
Was that the little label on the zipper part?
The
On
Jabot.
yeah,
That
Jabot.
that was the clothes that I had during that time were I don't know, what did you call that style? It was like clubbing style or something, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
With the button-up shirts and shit, and
Mhm.
the shiny
The
shoes.
pointed
Yeah, yeah,
shoes.
yeah, yeah. The shiny pointed shoes. You have to spit shine them. Um,
If you found any like vintage Ralph Macchio type attire from
that's
Karate Kid era,
That's what you're looking for.
what we want.
yeah,
That's what we're looking for,
something
man.
like that.
But yeah, if
What
you
size
do,
are you? Extra medium or?
Back then, I don't know in old sizes. I had to go old sizes. Probably need
Extra medium.
uh,
I don't know if Ralph and I could fit into the same
oh
thing.
no, I think
not.
so, dude.
Pretty slim.
Yeah,
Uh, oh shit, where was I going to ask you something else?
Johnny
If you find a if I want a authentic pair of Jinkos.
yeah, dude.
Those
That's the big.
real
Yeah, yeah.
wide leg
Like
pants.
dude.
Yeah.
If you could just show up in those,
Yeah.
that would make my
Yeah.
week. If you did that.
No, that was
I take that back. I don't want Ralph Macchio. Give me I want some Cobra Kai.
seen them.
Cool, we're going.
Past my time, but yeah, I remember that was like late '90s, early 2000s, right? Those
Yeah, huge ass
shows or
things.
whatever.
Late 90s.
They never made it where I lived. I know
Or-
that they never
Or
made
late
it to the
90s
country.
because the early 2000s was like the black jeans with people would put safety pins in their jeans and
Yeah,
stuff
yeah,
like that or whatever.
Yeah.
That's
But
what
the
you're
late-
talking about. We have some of those.
What about the '80s style parachute pants with the zippers?
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I love
You
it.
remember those?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I wore them. Those
Yeah.
were.
They were
I was the
nylon.
only person
Yeah.
wearing them.
I want some
I
of
grew
those,
up.
dude.
You know,
I never had a
redneck
pair.
deal, but
I always wanted a pair. You know who had a pair? Russ had a pair.
Oh, I believe Russ. I could see him in that shit, dude. I could see Russ in that shit, dude.
He had a
With his
pair.
Del Sol tacos and shit. Um,
Our buddy Russ.
you probably seen Russ. You probably seen him down around the way at Boss there.
You'd never believe he was a parachute pants guy in
I know,
Vans tennis shoes.
Yeah, because he's like us. He's a grouchy old man now, so you wouldn't imagine him in parachute pants, man.
he's
You know,
so cool.
I'm trying to imagine it and I
and,
can't.
and a
No.
and a Coca-Cola shirt.
a Coca-Cola shirt.
Yeah.
There was another thing I was gonna ask James. Damn it. Keep getting distracted because I'm thinking about TCU getting killed. Oh man, if you come across anything Fila, let me know.
Okay.
You know the Fila, because right now I'm trying to get my hands on a pair of Fila shoes. They had the straps that came off. The way you used to wear them was the strap hanging off the back of it and shit.
Right.
The high top Filas, those are the things I'm trying to find them. There's a site that I go to called the Goat, and you get any kind of tennis shoe there. And right now they're sold out of my size. Right now it's size 12. They're sold out of those, but also the Fila apparel. I used to love they had Windbaker jackets, and they had like the pants too. But I'd like to have the vintage ones. Like you can buy them now, but it's new. It's not.
Yeah, it's
That's-
just-
I was going to ask you, the site you go to, those are reproductions?
Yeah, it's
of
all
those?
it's
Okay.
all reproduction. It's not. I wish they were new. There was a pair of shoes. If you remember, Terminator, the original one with Reese when he comes back, Reese, the one that's gonna kill the Terminator, when he comes back and he's getting dressed and he puts his shoe down. He's got a Nike. I forget what it's called. It's a Nike. It's a high top and it's got that strap on top. That shoe right now, I'm looking for a size 12, and I found it on that Goat site, the shoe site, that sneaker site, but they're $12,000. I don't have $12,000, but I wish I could. I wish I had them, man. But they were all black and they had a silver or a gray Nike check, but they're like sought after because of that movie, because of the Terminator, man. They're sought
You
after.
could run across a gold mine out there with these.
Sneakers, man. You come
You
across
never
sneakers
know.
at all?
You
or
never
no?
know. Very rarely.
Rarely? Okay.
Very rarely.
Okay.
You know, every once in a while I'll find, sneakers or shoes. I mean, that's the thing with vintage clothes. You don't go necessarily looking for something. You
Just
just go
happens.
out looking.
Okay.
And whatever comes around, that's what you pick up.
And if you find a pair of pumps, dude, let me know. Reebok pumps. If you find those, dude,
That powder everywhere.
I want the real one, dude. I want
Yeah,
the because
yeah.
they sell them now. You
They
can buy
just
them.
started remaking them
Yeah.
back in August.
Yeah.
She got me some for
Yes.
Christmas because I never could
Got to-
afford them when I was a kid.
Me neither,
I
dude.
always wanted them,
Yeah.
and I had fake ones that the pump didn't do anything.
Yeah.
But I'd be in the hall at school and bend down and act like I'm pumping my shoe up.
Those Reebok
Nothing's
ones.
happening.
Those dumps.
Now I got the Reebok ones. I reach down, I still can't jump any higher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Dude,
can't limp any faster. It's
But if you come across, even if you can't wear them, if
Yeah.
even they're just trash, or I just want to have them just to say I got
yeah.
it.
A lot of the old shoes, unfortunately, are for display only.
Yeah,
You
that's
put
what I
'em
wanted
on, and
for.
I've had them before, and I get them, and I'm like, oh man, these are like new old stock. They look great. You put them on, you start
Right.
walking
fall
And they
apart.
just
Yeah, because it's the thing. If you don't wear the shoe, like especially there's certain Jordans, if you don't wear them, the back is like foam.
yeah,
Or just
yeah, it just
just
No,
falls
I
apart.
had the original Nike Air Revolutions.
Oh yeah,
The
yeah.
the ones they weren't Jordans. They were the original Air Revs
Yeah.
or Air Revolutions. The black and white and red or
Yeah.
whatever. I had them, kept them in my closet forever and forever, and then the bottoms just fell.
Yep.
They fell off of
Gotta
them.
wear them, man. That's what
Yeah.
that's what she tell. That's what I get in trouble for because I don't wear mine enough. And she's gonna be like, "Those soles are gonna fall apart, man. Even the sole, like where it's stuck to the shoe, the sole is stuck to glue.
So
if you don't use it, and it falls
If
apart.
you actually use it,
It's like it's like that gum that eraser, whatever. You get it heated up,
yeah.
and it erases. You got to keep them heated up. That way they stay alive, man. Because if not, they fucking just fall apart. Man.
So speaking of vintage, do you remember the? I never had a pair, but I remember your football coaches, these big guys walking around in the bike shorts.
Ah, dude,
They were
had-
short
their
shorts.
brand
and
was
they
Bike.
had
Yeah,
the double,
yeah,
the
the
double
buttons.
snaps at the top. Do you
Those are
remember
good,
those?
dude.
they didn't.
They
wear
were they're
those
coaching.
around.
They were
Yeah,
coaching
yeah.
shorts.
And it was the
But
brand Bike.
coaches
Yeah.
wore. Man, their shorts were short back
Oh
then.
yeah, dude. You could see
Man shorts.
you could see what they were holding there, man. You could see the piece they had there, man. That gun. You could see that gun they had in their pants, man. It was ridiculous, man. You had them, you're doing working out, and the coach is over your head trying to
Yeah.
spot you and shit. And you got
That
this
revolver.
you got that shotgun shell over your head.
Man, it's
You
kinda
got that
entertaining
little
to
nub,
To think about all these old clothes to show
No,
up
I
in
know,
something
dude.
like that, right?
When James came, I was like, damn, we got to get him on the show and talk about this
Yeah.
stuff because I know that he like you said, now he's dressed. He lives in the like in the
You
past.
got to
It's cool.
represent. Walking
I love it,
billboard.
dude.
I remember.
Go ahead.
So
Sorry.
I remember getting a package of socks. A plastic package comes with like 6 pairs of socks, and they were the socks that come to your calf, and they have the different color stripes.
Oh, that's the shit. Those are great.
Either
dude.
red and blue
Yes.
or
Yellow.
yellow
It was
and
like
green.
an
like
assorted,
the most common
an
one.
assorted package
So good,
that
dude.
had the different assorted
Those gym socks. dude.
colors. So and when you
Gym
put your
socks.
shorts on, you pulled your
Yeah.
socks up.
The thing that it was funny. I was looking at some old photos of me and Jennifer. We're looking at some of our old photos of her father, and he'd probably get mad if he hears this. I was seeing like old vintage photos of him, man. He had the crop top and those coach shorts on, and he had the socks up there, and he had I think they were like the Adidas with the 3 stripe thing. Dude, the shorts are high,
That's
man.
right. We called those. I need a new half shirt. I need a half shirt.
That-
Yep.
Like Rocky and
Yeah.
Rocky and Apollo on the beach. They
Yep.
had them half shirts. It was
Symbol.
like,
If you walked out with that on right now,
ooh, man, he'd be made fun of, dude. Unless you have the body for it, but even still,
true.
But even
Zeke Elliott
He,
wears.
he dresses like that with the crop tops and shit, dude. But it's funny how shit was different like that. Oh man, you see that guy, dude? That's a man, dude. Look at that guy, that's a man. Now I'm over get made fun. They make fun of him now, dude. It's like, but
The more
shorts-
body hair, the
yeah,
better.
yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, the shorts.
Yeah.
Are,
Now we're fighting the battle. We're
Oh, yeah.
over here.
Yeah.
Pluck this, shave that.
Oh,
cut
yeah.
that.
Yes. There's a whole industry out there to do away with this
Yeah,
stuff.
back then you walked around looking like you were wearing a sweater.
oh yeah,
It
dude.
was just-
You look good too. People,
So-
chick with all the hair on your chest. You know.
So James, I was going to ask you, do you guys do? I know you said y'all travel around and try to find places and stuff. Do you seek out like storage units to buy or anything, or just if you
No,
come
you
across
know,
something or what?
TV runs everything,
Mm.
and storage units is one of those things.
Okay.
As soon as they started doing all those storage
Yeah.
wars, you could go to a storage unit and buy out a storage unit for $10, $10, $15, $20,
Damn.
Yeah.
and you probably just lost $15, $20.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
shit.
mean,
Yeah.
and then these shows come up, and of course they're planting stuff,
Yeah.
or
Mhm.
only showing the good stuff,
Yeah.
or whatever. They're not showing all the work that went into. It's like they buy that big storage unit, the size of this room,
Yeah.
and they pull out one thing. They're like, oh, this is worth $1,500. Well, yeah, but you're going to spend, hundreds of dollars in labor and dump fees, just
Yeah.
hauling the rest of it to the dump.
Yeah.
That's weird.
But people watch that stuff, and
Oh, yeah.
and the next thing you know, those storage auctions,
Yeah.
that same unit that would have gone for $20 is $1,000.
That's
Yeah.
insane.
Everybody just comes in and thinks they're
They're gonna
gonna-
get rich,
gonna,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
hit it. And you never know what's in those anyway. I mean,
Mhm.
we look for clothes. Like if we go to an estate sale, some of them will go in and we'll pick out individual things, and other times if they've got a lot of good stuff. I mean, we've gone to some of these houses and it's like that house is a time capsule. Maybe their parents died 20 years ago.
Yeah.
and the house has just been sitting there, and so we'll go in and, hey, how much for all the clothes?
Yeah.
But even doing it that way, we get all the clothes and we bring them back and sort through them, and half of them are trash. Some of them are just to take and, donate somewhere, and, you get a few good pieces out of it. But it's still a good way to do it, especially when there's, sometimes there's a ton of clothes,
Yeah.
And you don't want to be at an estate sale for,
Yeah.
12 hours just sorting through,
Oh,
trying
yeah.
to,
Right.
sometimes it's better just to throw it all in boxes and bags, drag it home, and then you can just break it out a little
Sort it
bit
out
at a
later.
time and do your treasure hunting.
Let me know if you ever come across too, and I'm probably sure you get asked this 100 times or a million times. Old gaming systems like the Atari or something like that. If you come across one of those, let me know too. I'll buy that shit.
Yeah, we come across
'Cause
stuff
I don't
like
want to
that
use
as
it. I just
well.
want to have it. I don't want to use it just to have it as a prop kind of thing. But yeah, if you come across one of those Atari, was it 2600? I think it was. Because I always used to look in the old. As a kid, I used to look at the old Toys R Us when they used to come in the little paper thing. Used to come in the mail. I used to look at, it, and I always see that it was a 2600.
2600.
2600. You get the console, controller, and like 2 games, and it was like 119. And I was like, that 119 looked like
Well,
I
that
could
was-
never afford
that
it.
was
dude.
a lot
That
of
was a
money.
lot of
119,
money.
dude. And it was just like,
That was
damn. You think back at it, I said,
a lot
damn,
of money.
119. That ain't shit now. Like I could buy 4 of them now.
Yeah.
But now the gaming systems are like
Lot of money.
$1,000 now. Like I said, we try to get our boy a PlayStation 5, and man, you find one they're going to be $1,200.
Yeah.
It's just like Jesus, man. Like it's weird, but I mean, granted, I know that the shit looks real now. The shit is like a movie, so it's insane. But
Yeah,
but
my
no, but
kids,
if you
they grew up playing like like we've got an
Oh, yeah.
original Nintendo, original Super Nintendo, and
I
that's
love
what my
that.
kids grew up playing.
and I love that, man. Simpler the better for me.
Excitebike, man.
Yeah,
That's
Excitebike
my
was
jam.
yeah.
Oh.
But that 2600 was my thing, man. I always wanted one of those, and like I said, just to have one now, just to hang it on the wall here, or just to have it for display would be cool,
Mhm.
man. I'd love to have that.
I want one of those Gen 1 first release Game Boys. I mean, it was like a brick.
Yeah.
I have
You know. You have one, really?
Still
You know,
work?
I actually got it out the other day and put batteries in it, fired it up.
Yeah.
And you know how they would get a few lines in
Oh, yeah.
in the screen?
Yeah.
And it has some lines. It has too many lines in the screen to really be playable.
Yeah.
It still loads and the games load.
It's more
but
challenging.
It just yeah.
It's just an extra.
You
That's
don't know
next level.
You
That's
don't know what the hell's
blindfold,
going
yeah.
on in
Yeah.
this screen, but
Yeah.
yeah, it fired up.
That's
cool, man.
cool.
I
Hell
had
yeah,
to.
dude.
It had old batteries in it that the old batteries
yeah.
corroded,
Mhm.
so I got it, cleaned it up. But yeah,
I have one of those green football games with the little red
The dots and
the
shit.
red dots,
Yeah,
the
that was a good
red
shit.
dots, whatever.
The
Yeah,
Fort Madden
one
and
of
shit.
those.
Yeah. They also have this new thing on TikTok. I saw it. I think Dylan showed it to me. It's like a handheld thing. It's got like 1,200 games in it, and it's a handheld thing. But you never know what you get when you get it from overseas. You never know how it's gonna work. But it does look cool. It's got like Street Fighter in it. It's got all these games it's in color. The screen's in color. It's really cool. But you never know what you're gonna get when you buy shit like that when it comes from
We-
across the world.
because of the stuff that we're into. Obviously, on social media I follow some really cool pages, some '80s pages and some different things. And because of that, obviously, social media shows you like-minded things.
Mhm.
And I ran across something the other day that there's all these wristwatches, Casio, and I think is it
Swatch?
Casio, Swatch.
Swatch.
They're making all these vintage watches again,
Oh
and so you can get the calculator watch. You can get the watches. I remember how cool it was for someone to show up and just to have every hour your watch went beep beep,
Yeah.
and then you could set an alarm and you set your alarm in class just so someone would know that you could play Dixie on your phone or
Yeah,
not your phone.
your watch.
Your watch would play this little tune or something, and my watch has 10 different tunes. Well, my watch has 15 different tunes, and
Yeah.
they make those watches.
Yeah,
That's
this
so cool, man.
my son
Look,
actually got that.
look
for
at that.
for Christmas.
We'll get a picture of that one.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
That's cool as
Yeah.
shit, dude.
Those
cool.
retro watches they're
They're
back.
back.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so
Yeah.
cool, man. I love that shit, man. It's
I know
like,
they've made the calculator watches for a while
Yeah.
because we got our son one of those. Oh, it's been years and years ago, But
Yeah.
I remember when I saw it, I was like, "Oh my god, I
Yeah.
gotta get that
Yeah.
for my kid,"
The calculator watch.
And he's like, "Oh yeah, okay."
when I was in school.
He's like, yeah, calculator watch.
I'm like, "Dude, you don't know, you don't
buttons,
understand."
The buttons are so tiny. How do you even push those
Yeah,
buttons?
it's-
But
Nothing was practical back then.
Yeah.
Everything was cool, but nothing was practical.
no.
Nothing
so true.
actually performed a function. I mean,
I'm telling you,
were
I thought
talking
it was
about-
so cool that it beeped on the hour.
So you're talking about like making it do different like sounds and stuff, whatever. That makes me think of when polyphonic ringtones first came out, and it was like just you went from like the Nokia or whatever,
Yeah.
and then like polyphonic ringtone was the same sounds. It was just polyphonic, so there's like multiple sounds on top, of whatever, and so there'd be like polyphonic songs it's songs you hear on the radio, but it's just like beeps and stuff,
That was
whatever.
shit
And it was
too,
like
man.
so
And
cool.
we went through the stage where everyone's buying different ringtones, and
Yeah.
now,
Oh, yeah.
and now everyone's phone's on silent.
Yeah.
Vibrate, yeah. Fucking vibrate, dude. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's so true.
You know what used to make me mad? The smart kid, he always had that nice calculator that had that sleeve on it. And then I never knew what it did. The Texas Instrument calculator. I was like, what was that for? I guess trig, whatever the fuck it was for. But I was always
graphing
jealous. I
calculator.
was always jealous of it, man. I was always fancy and shit. I never knew how to, I was a dumbass, never knew how to work it. But it had that little sleeve, you pick it up, slide it up and down like
You're
that.
over here with your crayon.
Oh yeah, I know. With eating it, you see my nose and shit, like Homer putting it up my nose and shit, make me smart. But yeah, man. I mean, I miss all that cool shit, man. Like I said, but if you come across that 2700 or 2600, dude, even if I don't give a shit if it's broke, I'll take it, dude. I'll buy it, man.
Speaking of old consoles, like I know you've been to Game Preserve, but and that's all like actual arcade games.
Yeah.
But every year they do a arcade expo in Houston.
You're right.
And it's it's a big convention center down there. It's a Marriott
It's
Marriott West Chase, I think, is where they
Okay.
did it. But anyway, every console you can think of,
Wow.
like even they've got stuff like prototype
Oh,
consoles
shit, dude.
and computers, and just stuff you've never seen or heard of, but everything you have seen or heard of. I mean, it's just
And they-
Holy.
nerd heaven, down there. And some of it's for sale, but they've got all those old systems set up for you to play,
Man.
and stuff that,
Keep
like
an eye
I
on
said, stuff that never made it, that only a few got sold, and then but I mean, it's just, yeah, if you're into that,
Oh,
kinda
for sure. I
stuff,
like
you
the
nerd out, and then they've got all the big arcade games and stuff. Well, pinballs, and
I remember going to a friend's house, and he had an Intellivision. Do you remember that one?
Mm.
I don't remember.
There was a console called an Intellivision.
oh, the name.
It was about
Yeah, I
the
know.
same time as the Atari. It was a little better than the Atari, but it didn't make it.
Yeah.
It was the one that didn't make it. Atari
Like, I
went
think-
on, then Nintendo came, but the Intellivision had a round thing on the controller. But yeah, that's an old one.
What was the one that didn't make it? What was that? Neo Geo? I don't know if it's another console. I think that was one that didn't make it. Dreamcast didn't make it. Dreamcast was expensive as shit. Didn't make it.
Dreamcast had a stint. It was like it was. I felt like maybe it's just because I wanted one, but it felt like for a couple of months, like it was kind of popping or whatever.
Yeah, and didn't they have a screen or something on the control? It had something on it. It was really cool. It was like ahead of its time, dude. But it just didn't make it. I think it just had too many bells and whistles on it.
I think you're right. I think it was probably just ahead of its time.
Yeah, I
I had, and I felt the same way. We had a Sega Saturn, and
CDs?
that didn't make it either. I mean, that was like
Spent all that money.
games
Oh, dude.
games on a CD.
Yeah.
Like we didn't even know what CDs were.
Another thing, if you find the hell were they called? Where the CD was this big is for a movie.
Laserdisc.
Oh, Laserdisc, yeah.
If you have
Yeah,
a
I've had-
Laserdisc,
I've had
I'll
a
take
few
it.
of those.
I'll take
Yeah.
one, dude. I'll take one if you have
We
one.
had
Laserdisc.
Star
We
Wars
had
on
Star
Laserdisc, but yeah, it's like the
Jesus,
size of an
yeah.
album.
It's like
Oh yeah.
that's-
I mean, they're awesome just for the artwork on them.
Yep.
because,
Yeah,
I mean,
that's what I'm saying, like,
it
that
does
shit's
look
cool.
like an album or something. The artwork takes up that whole
Yep.
big thing, and I mean,
I always one of those,
they're,
dude.
they're
When I
so
saw-
cool.
I've never seen one in
friend-
person.
Yeah, my
We
friend
used them in school.
Oh shit!
We like watched shit on Laserdisc
Ah.
in school. I mean, it was because we were.
Where did
more
you go to
but-
school? Yeah, what?
You're the-
We
this
rolled
was
a
like-
film projector into the room.
Oh, yeah.
We,
TV.
we've done that too. It was like off in the middle of the woods, and we were. Does anybody know where Elysian Fields is?
No.
Middle of nowhere, exactly.
Okay.
And so we were in science class, and it was some biology thing or whatever, and she rolled in this thing and put in this laser disc, and I was like, "What is that?" It looked like an album.
Dude,
It
it's
looked like an
huge,
album.
man.
Yeah. And what year about was this? I mean, that would have been.
I mean, it was late 90s.
90s.
Mid 90s.
90s,
The
mid
Laserdisc
right?
was like early '80s, wasn't it? Like, wasn't that when it came out?
Oh, yeah. It was
Like-
it was definitely not the 90s.
Yeah, it was way before.
No, I mean, no, it was
yeah.
definitely old technology.
Yeah.
Yeah.
by
For
that
sure.
time.
For sure.
The reason why, because I had a buddy that had my friend, he had money. His parents, they were well off, and he had all the cool new shit. Like when Nintendo had that little robot guy
Yeah.
on it, he had all that shit. He had all the glove, the power glove. He had all that shit. I was just so fucking jealous. I was like,
Yeah.
he had all the cool shit, man. But he was a place to stay. He was a place to hang out and spend the night at. That was the guy to hang out, But had all the new shit, all the new technology
Beta.
was out. He had it.
Beta. People got Beta instead of VHS.
I know, right? What they
VHS
thinking, dude?
VHS and Beta were having their war. And
Yeah,
Hey,
the Beta was just the small.
Yeah,
Yeah,
small.
it was the small
Yeah.
VHS.
Whatever happened to the DVD Blu-ray
Okay, yeah.
feud
It
or
was-
whatever?
Yeah,
Like
that didn't take off either, huh?
no,
The Blu-ray didn't take off. I know you can
I
play it in
think
the
I think streaming probably just
killed
it,
everything,
but-
huh? I think it killed it, but because I know you on the PlayStations you could play Blu-rays. and
Blu-rays,
shit,
yeah.
And I didn't. For me, I didn't get the difference between that. I know they're supposed to be like cleaner and sharper, but I never
Yeah, I never noticed.
Never
much
noticed.
on the
difference.
Blu-ray,
Yeah.
Blu-ray.
I know the what is it? I don't know. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
It's the technology from that then went to HD,
Yeah.
the 4K DVDs that are out now, and
Yeah.
it just
I
I can't keep
Do they
up
still
with it.
make DVDs?
Yeah, I
Yes.
think so,
Really?
yeah.
Yeah, DVDs is still bigger
Still a
than
thing?
Blu-ray. I
'cause
mean,
I
it's-
just
that's the
got
main
Maverick.
thing still.
I
as
just
far
got
as
Maverick on 4K DVD.
Oh,
did
shit.
you?
Yeah.
Wow, dude.
Yeah.
Good
And
movie.
it's amazing quality.
Ah, shit, dude. I didn't know
That's cool.
they did that. Like I said, because usually we have the thing on the Roku and it's in the library and shit, and you just
So
Uh,
there's I guess there's Blu-ray and then there's a 4K Bluray.
I guess.
That's
I don't know.
that's a different level. You have to have a different player.
Memorex.
I don't even think I own a DVD player. Well, I mean, I have a PlayStation, so I guess I could play it on that.
Hey, so I'm out there with dial-up internet, man. I can't. I have to
Hey, call Elon.
all the
dude.
movies in.
Call them up, man.
Hey, I heard he had a launch the other day, so
Maybe that's your
maybe
satellite.
he's- my satellite's still out there
Get that blue check mark, man. $8.
moving around, man.
Yeah, blue check mark.
What was that thing you sent? Or whatever it is. Somebody
like-
was complaining about it. He goes, "Hey,
Yeah,
thanks for paying me
Pay
$8."
me $8, man, for that check. You wanted that check. You got got that blue check mark. But
That's funny.
Twitter, man. Twitter's still a thing, man. I guess it's still out there popping, man. Man, we good. I mean, I guess we touch on everything. I guess,
Yeah.
James.
You guys got anything else
Yeah,
you want
James,
to
you
add
want- yeah.
before we?
I'll
Where
just.
you guys going? Where you guys gonna be at next? You going anywhere next?
We don't have a spot set up
Okay.
Yet.
Okay.
But Decades Fashion and Finds on
Yeah,
Facebook.
absolutely. Give 'em a follow,
post,
man. Yeah.
Post our stuff on there. Hopefully, we'll start growing. And
Yeah.
if there's something people are looking for specifically, because I mean, it's if we know what somebody's looking for,
Sure.
we know what to keep an eye out
Keep an
for.
eye
I
out
mean, anytime you're starting up a business, especially something like that where there's such a wide variety of stuff, it's a lot of trial and error trying to figure out what people want.
Yeah.
And vintage, it isn't just about you mentioned me showing up, for Halloween or
Yeah.
or themed parties or whatever, and yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah.
But you can wear vintage every day.
Yeah.
I mean, vintage is about showing up, and you don't have to worry about somebody else that's got the same thing on you do.
Yep.
The quality of the clothes is better. I mean, the t-shirts
Yeah.
are they were better. They're just better. They're more comfortable. Like I say, you got to be careful about sizes. If you come see us in person, obviously you can look at stuff. You order online, and it's order something, and even me knowing what I know, I still order stuff, and I'm all excited, and I get it. I'm like, all right, well, that's for you.
Yeah. You can have it.
It's not gonna fit me.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, just
a
watch us on Facebook
yeah.
there, and hopefully we'll continue to kind of improve on that and,
Do
and get
you
our.
guys have any aspirations for opening up another store, or we're gonna stick with the pop-ups for now, or
You
what?
know, we had our full size store for a while. We had like 2,500 square foot store,
Mhm.
and then after that, we were in another like antique mall
Mhm.
for a little while, and even that's been years and years ago, and it's a lot of time commitment to run a full time site like that. So I know there's some vintage shops down in Houston that you can go rent out spaces. So we've thought about
Okay.
going down there, and kind of like how antique malls, you can rent out a
Yeah.
space, you can rent out a space for that. It's still just all in the trial and error phase right
Sure.
now, trying to figure out what we're gonna do. We always set up the Conroe swap meet out here, which is an automotive swap meet.
Oh yeah.
So
Mhm.
mostly what we take out there is not the vintage clothes, but if I've got like some cool jackets or automobile related stuff, or some of the t-shirts and things like that, we may take out there. So we'll be set up there twice a year. But I take a lot of the old signs, the
Old
old porcelain
signs, yeah, yeah.
signs, and just no telling what we're going to have out there. We always, anybody that's ever watched American Pickers, that kind of stuff that they deal in is what we do. For
Gas pump memorabilia.
that, yeah,
Stuff like that.
Hated those guys. I hated the little short fat one. Didn't like him.
Hey, something
Didn't like
happened to him, right?
Oh, he died. Oh shit. Oh, he's
Oh, man.
dying. Okay.
What's he dying of? He didn't look good. He looks like he was really slipping on the show,
Yeah.
and then they eased another guy in to kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
He was
hadn't
looking
really,
last time I saw
replace
he
him.
was kind of yellow. You know.
I've seen
I
it,
don't know if
but
he
I've
was-
never watched it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't.
I know it exists.
Yeah.
I've
It was
I've
a
watched
cute
a
show.
few episodes because I've had friends that were on
Yeah.
there that they went out to some friends' places.
Oh shit. Cool.
There was one episode a buddy of mine down in Pasadena they went to, and,
Oh,
and
wow.
he had a bunch of Gillies memorabilia and NASA memorabilia.
I
and
remember that.
stuff
I think
like
I saw that episode.
So yeah, it
That's-
was a
it's
buddy
for
of
sure.
mine. So I watched that one, but I don't normally watch.
He's like, I never liked that guy.
I
Never
never
liked
liked
him.
him, dude. I don't know. There was something about him, dude. I don't know.
Yeah, he was kind of shifty. His
I
eyes
like
always.
I like the taller guy was all right. He always had
I like that
he always
guy.
had
He was
dad
excited.
He was always had dad
excited.
jokes. He always had the good dad jokes.
Is
and
there
shit.
like a vintage finder society or anything? Like, do you guys know the same people like when you go places, or
No, not really. We hadn't been doing the vintage clothes long enough. Now,
Okay.
a lot of the signs and stuff like that, like, I mean, you get to know a lot of the
Sure.
old school collectors, but that stuff's gotten so high
Yeah.
that all these, unfortunately, a lot of young guys are coming. It's great to see young guys coming into it, but there's a lot of young guys coming into it that don't care about it.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's not
So they're coming into it because they know there's money in it.
Ah.
And that's it just makes it where it's not as fun.
Yeah.
But that stuff, you got a gas pump that used to be worth, $1,500, now it's worth 15,000.
yeah,
So you go to these big Mecum auctions, you got signs that are selling for, tens of thousands, sometimes 100,000 plus for a sign.
yeah.
It used to be a lot more fun, and so I used to be a lot more active in that, but now it's just there's too many people out there looking for it, so it's gotten a lot harder to find, and when you do, it's just so expensive.
Hey, old man on the porch.
Hey, just like that.
He's young. He's young, whipper.
man.
Coming along.
Hey,
running
welcome
my side hustle.
Welcome
Yeah.
to the club.
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
shit, dude. Get on that porch. Pull up a chair.
Pull up a
man.
chair on
Yeah,
our
no
porch.
shit. That's it, dude. We're on here, man.
Bring the brown water.
Yeah, no shit. Yeah, 75 days. Bring that brown water in about
Yeah.
75 days. Man.
That's
We'll-
75. So the brown water, bringing brown water. Johnny's
tights.
gonna put on the
tights, man.
Johnny's gonna wear the
heels
tights.
and the tights.
Yeah, I'm hoping.
Oh yeah, I'll bring in some. I'll cook some heart up.
Yeah, man. Hell yeah.
We'll
dude.
we'll do all that.
The oxtail.
I'm hoping we forget.
Y'all,
No, that's good, man. All right, thank you guys so much for making time
Yeah,
for us,
for
man. I know
sure.
it's a Monday night. I know you guys
Thank
are busy.
y'all.
You got
No,
you got the little ones at the house
we
there.
enjoyed it.
Tell your daughter, and also too, does your daughter have a page for her artwork? Does she have a page?
I don't think
for
she's
her?
made a page
No?
yet.
No.
Okay, she's
She needs
extremely
to. She
talented.
definitely
She's
needs
extremely
to, yeah,
talented.
because she's.
I've seen her work.
And a lot of times she'll go, like when we went to the arcade expo we set up with our vintage clothes. She set up selling her
She's great.
artwork, and she sold, a lot.
She's a great kid,
I
man.
mean,
She's
yeah,
a good
she's
kid,
a
man.
good kid.
And I say kid, she's old enough. I think she finished high school already, right? Should he finish high school?
Yeah, high school,
Yeah.
and then she's a good kid. She
Yeah,
did
she's
high
awesome.
school and
Yeah.
got her associate's degree while she's doing her real estate classes now.
Jesus,
and,
man.
And
Yeah,
so
she's a good kid.
yeah,
No, I'm glad you guys made time for us,
Yeah,
man. Like I said, I
absolutely.
really appreciate y'all doing this, man. And like I said, we'll share the link to y'all's Facebook on the video and whatnot. And then in the comments there, right on the show there, when this comes out, just write a comment, see what you want James to pull up and things you want to see James for him to find or something. If you're
Yeah, if you're looking for
Yeah.
something,
ask James.
yeah.
Ask James and
Let us know.
Stephanie.
Let us know.
Yeah, man,
We'll,
for sure.
we'll keep an eye
Grant,
out.
got anything?
No, I was just gonna say, to echo what he's saying. I appreciate you guys coming out and,
Yeah.
and sharing. This is some really cool stuff.
Yeah, dude. I can't.
You
We're gonna
know,
get a lot of.
it's-
I'm gonna get detailed
You're-
pictures.
like you're listening to this, and you'll see the pictures. But it's just really cool to see, some of this stuff in person. And you got some good finds, man. Some really
Yeah,
good
the suede
finds.
the red suede jacket. I don't think we talked about that one. That one in his early career, like early '80s up through like WrestleMania 1, he wore that jacket. That was another one of his staple parts of his outfit.
Yeah.
I've got some pictures of that. Actually, I've got a magazine. He can take some pictures from that magazine of him and
Yeah.
and Hogan facing off, and he's wearing that jacket.
Awesome.
So just cool stuff, man. I
Yeah.
mean, like I said, when I like something, I
All in.
all in.
just
All in.
jump.
Hey, I admire that. I
I
admire
like that.
that.
I like that. Well, yeah. If you'll send those pictures over, we'll get those put up in the episode, and we'll do that. This has been the 52 podcast, man. Episode 42.
42.
Episode 42. We'll be back next week, just like we are every week. This has been the 52 podcast. We could check you next time. Adios.
I was just in my office and I heard a ruckus.